welcome back. This is Malstat here. I'm so glad you joined me today. How's your nonfiction writing been going? Have you been able to plan across your fingers and jot down your ideas and even organize a table of contents? I hope that work has been going well for you. So, writers, I have been jotting down some of my ideas from my table of contents and looking back at my kind of brain dump and trying to keep my thoughts organized so that I have my main idea and details. And one thing that I wanted to teach you today was how you could look at mentor texts, some of your favorite books in the genre that you're studying, to help you write even more detail as you begin drafting. So this book right here is National Geographic Reader's Deadliest Animals. And there is a section called Big and Brutal, and I want to share with you what the author did in this section to really elaborate and give even more detail as they were telling us about hippopotamuses. Wow, look at this guy. He looks really powerful. So let's take a look here, and I want you, as I read this to you, to think about what craft moves the author made. How did the author engage us as a reader and really develop their ideas in detail, kind of stretching out the idea? So it says, hippopotamuses. Hippopotamuses are usually gentle giants. During the day, they lounge and snooze in shallow water holes. At night, they lumber onto land and munch on grasses and leaves. What are some things that the author did in this paragraph that engage us as a reader? I like how they use the alliteration of gentle giants. I thought that was a great description. I like that play on the words using the same sound. I noticed they use some really great words too. Lounge instead of just to rest or lay around, and snooze instead of sleep. And then, yes, they used another word here. At night, they'd lumber onto land. Again, that alliteration with the two L sounds and using the word lumber onto land. It almost paints a picture in our mind of getting out of the water and lumbering onto the land and slowly going through and munching on grasses and leaves. So the author painted a picture in our mind about how hippos are gentle giants. It doesn't just tell us that. It paints a picture by describing what the hippos do. So let's take a look back, and I want to show you what I've drafted so far. So again, I had my brain dump here, but this was just kind of a list of ideas based on my talking out loud. I wanted to kind of mimic what our author did here by really stretching out and describing and painting a picture in our readers' minds through those details. So this was my chapter 1 on cats. So I said, did you know that cats make great pets? For example, cats are independent yet social creatures. They do not need to go on walks. However, they love to play as a way to exercise. Okay, so in my brain dump, I basically just talked about how cats like to go, dogs need to go on walking, cats don't need to. So then I talked here about how they love to play as a way to exercise. So I thought that this might be a good opportunity to stretch out that idea and really describe for my reader what that would look like or what to expect. So I said, you can find any old string or shoelace to dangle in front of your cat, and they will excitedly paw at it and chase it around. What a fun and easy way to make sure your cat gets exercise. Then I said, cats also do not need a ton of space, which is another reason cats make great pets. And so then I decided to expand on that idea too, to give even more detail about how cats don't need a ton of space. So I said, apartment or house, your cat will be content with fresh food, clean water, and a soft spot to nap. So I didn't just say cats don't need to go on walks, cats don't need a lot of space. I decided to take those ideas and expand on them even more. And then I even tried that alliteration idea of having that same sound. Your cat will be content. So I tried that out too, just like the author that we studied in that Hippo book did as well. I'm already thinking of other ways that I might be able to paint a picture in my reader's mind even more, especially with this part about the cat chasing the shoelace and maybe what they do, maybe how cats, they balance on their back legs and can paw in the air, or maybe they'll jump to great heights and flip through the air like an acrobat. So I'm already thinking of other ways that I can expand my thoughts even more based on that mentor text. So writers, if you have a favorite nonfiction book that you've been reading, I invite you to study the craft moves that the author makes. What are some things that they're doing as a writer to paint a picture in our mind or to engage us as a reader? And see if you can try and mimic those craft moves yourself in your own writing. All right, writers, I invite you to try that strategy out today. Happy writing!